Hello friends, welcome back. In this video, we have to study the MO energy level diagram for the boron and the carbon molecule, that is B2 and C2 molecule. Now in case of these two molecules, there is an interaction of S and the P atomic orbitals. So while drawing the MO energy level diagram of these molecules, we have to follow the second figure, that is the figure B. So let's start with that. We are having the first molecule. The first molecule is the B2 molecule. So how this B2 molecule is formed? Let's see. In case of the B2 molecule, while drawing the MO energy level diagram, we have to put only the 6 electrons. Now from where these 6 electrons are coming, right? So let's see that the B2 molecule, the structure says it consists of two boron atoms, right? So we are having the first boron atom with the atomic number 5. That means its electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p1. Similarly, we are having the second boron atom with the atomic number 5. That means the electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p1. Now if you consider these atomic orbitals, the 1s2 atomic orbitals, they are known as the lower in energy. These 1s2 atomic orbitals, they are lower in energy, and as they are lower in energy, they are considered as a non-bonding. So as these are non-bonding, we have to use the letter K while writing the MO electronic configuration of the boron molecule. We have to put a letter K, and as there are two 1s atomic orbitals, we have to repeat the letter K. Now why letter K? Because these electrons, they are present in the first shell, and the first shell is known as the K shell. That's why we have to repeat the letter K. So we can say that only the 2s and the 2p of first boron and the 2s and the 2p of the second boron, they are considered only for the bonding. Now the 2 electron from first 2s and 1 electron from the first 2p of the boron atom, that means the 3 electrons. Similarly, the 2 electron from first 2s and 1 electron from the 2p, again 3 electrons. So total we are having 3 from first boron and 3 from the second boron. Hence we are having total 6 electrons, and these 6 electrons we have to fill in the MO energy level diagram. So we can say that as there are two atomic orbitals, the two atomic orbitals, that means the 2s atomic orbitals, and the 6 2p atomic orbitals, 2s and the 2p of two boron atom, that means there are total 2 plus 6, 8 atomic orbitals, and as there are 8 atomic orbitals, there should be the formation of the 8 molecular orbitals. So let's see that we are having the 2s and the 2p atomic orbitals of the boron atom, which are very close in energy. So as they are close in energy, they interact, and the sequence of the energy levels of the molecular orbitals is according to the second figure, that is the figure B, right? Then how many electrons are there? We have to fill total 6 electrons, and these 6 electrons, they are filled in the molecular orbitals by using the two rules. The first rule is Abbo principle, and the second one is the Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. So we have to follow these two rules while filling the electrons in the molecular orbitals. So let's see the MO energy level diagram for the boron molecule, that is the B2 molecule. So we are having the energy axis, that is the energy which is the increasing energy. Then we know that at one side we are having atomic orbitals, another side also we are having the atomic orbital. Then at the centers we are having the molecular orbitals. At one side here we are having the atomic orbital of the first atom, that is the boron atom. At the another side we are having the atomic orbital of the second atom, which is again a boron atom. And at the center we are having the molecular orbitals of the boron molecule, that is a B2 molecule. Now let us see the MO energy level diagrams for the atomic orbitals. So this is the first energy level diagram, and this first energy level diagram is for 2s. 2s atomic orbital at one side and 2s atomic orbital at another side. As there are two atomic orbital, we should have two molecular orbital. One is bonding, another is the anti-bonding. So the bonding is having the symbol sigma 2s, Anti-bonding is having the symbol sigma asterisk 2s. Okay, so after 2s we are having the next diagram, that is for the 2p. At one side we are having the 2p atomic orbital of one boron atom, and at another side also we are having the second 2p, which is for the another boron atom. Then we are having total 3 plus 3, total 6 atomic orbitals. So it should result in the 6 molecular orbitals. Out of the 6 molecular orbitals, the lower 3 they are known as the bonding, and the upper 3 they are known as the anti-bonding. So let's see their symbols. The first one is the pi 2py, then pi 2pz, and sigma 2px. So these are the three which are bonding molecular orbital. Then we are having pi asterisk 2py, pi asterisk 2pz. These are the degenerate orbitals. That means they are having the equal energy, same energy. And finally, we are having the sigma asterisk 2px. So these are the three anti-bonding molecular orbitals. And we have to fill the electrons in the 2s as well as the 2p atomic orbitals. So let us see the filling of electrons. In case of the first boron atom, we know that there are 2 electrons in each 2s. So this is the first electron and this is the second electron of first boron. Again the first electron and the second electron of the second boron. Now these 4 electrons we have to fill in the MOs, that is the molecular orbital, bonding and the anti-bonding. First they are filled in the bonding, then the remaining 2 they are filled in the anti-bonding. So the 4 electrons, that is the 2s electrons, they are filled in the corresponding molecular orbitals. Now in case of the 2p, for the first boron atom, how many electrons are there? So this is the first electron of first boron and the first electron of the second boron. Now that means there are total 2 electrons. We have to fill these 2 electrons in the lowest, that means the bonding, which are pi 2py and the pi 2pz. Now these 2 electrons they are filled according to the Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. So first electron goes into the pi 2py orbital and the next electron goes into the pi 2pz orbital. That means we are having the 2 electrons with the parallel spin. Hence they are filled according to the Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. So this is the MO energy level diagram for the B2 molecule. Now from this we have to find out the next factor, that is the electronic configuration. So MO electronic configuration of the boron molecule. Now we know that for the non-bonding orbital, that means the 1s, we have to put the letter K, and as there are 2 non-bonding orbitals, we have to repeat the letter K. Okay, so the electronic configuration becomes, it is KK sigma 2s2 sigma asterisk 2s2, then pi 2py1 and pi 2pz1. So this is the MO electronic configuration for the boron molecule. After this, let us find out the stabilization energy, which is given by the formula. It is nothing but the number of electrons in BMO into minus beta plus number of electrons in ABMO into plus beta. Right? So we have to find out the values of BMO and the ABMO. So in case of the BMO, that is the bonding, we are having 2 plus 1 3 plus 1 4. That means 4 electrons in BMO, and in case of the anti-bonding there are only 2 electrons. So let's put the value. It is 4 into minus beta plus 2 into plus beta. So this becomes minus 2 beta, and this minus 2 beta value is known as the stabilization energy. Then bond order, which indicates the number of bonds between the 2 atoms. It is given by the formula 1/2 into number of electrons in BMO minus number of electrons in ABMO. So this becomes 1/2 into 4 minus 2, and this becomes 1. So as the bond order is 1, we can say that there is a single bond between the 2 boron atoms. And the last factor, the magnetic behavior, it depends upon the last entering electrons. Now in case of these pi MOs, pi 2py as well as the pi 2pz, they are the degenerate, having the same energy. Both are having the unpaired electron, and as they are having the unpaired electron, we can say that this B2 molecule shows the magnetic behavior which is paramagnetic. So here also we can say that this B2 molecule exists in only vapor state, and since there are 2 unpaired electrons in the pi MOs, the molecule is said to be paramagnetic. So this is regarding the boron, that is the B2 molecule. Now let us move to the second molecule, that is the carbon molecule, C2 molecule. So how this C2 molecule is formed? In the C2 molecule, while drawing the MO energy level diagram, we have to use only the 8 electrons. Now from where these 8 electrons are coming? So this C2 molecule shows the presence of 2 carbon atoms. Okay. So we are having the first carbon atom with the atomic number 6. That means the electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. Similarly, we are having the second carbon atom with atomic number 6. Therefore, the electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. Again, we know that these 1s2 atomic orbitals, they are, yes, we know that they are lower in energy, and as they are lower in energy, they are considered as a non-bonding. That means they are not used for the bonding. And hence, while writing the MO electronic configuration, we have to use the letter K. As there are two 1s atomic orbitals, we have to repeat the letter K. And hence we can say that only 2s, 2p of one carbon atom and 2s, 2p of the another carbon atom, these atomic orbitals, they are used for the bonding. Now from the first atom, we are having the 2 electrons and the 2 electrons, total 4 electrons. Similarly, from the second carbon, this 2 and the 2, again they are 4. So these 4 plus these 4, total we are having 8 electrons, and these 8 electrons of the carbon molecule, they are used in the filling of MO energy level diagram, right? So from this we can say that there are 2s orbital and 6 2p orbitals of 2 carbon atom. That means there are 8 atomic orbitals, and as there are 8 atomic orbitals, they should result in the 8 molecular orbitals. So we can say that the 2s and 2p orbitals of the carbon atom are close in energy. So they interact, and the sequence of the energy levels of the molecular orbital is according to the second diagram, that is the figure B. Also we know that the 8 electrons are filled in the molecular orbitals following the two rules. The first one is the Abbe principle, and the second one is the Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. So let us see the MO energy level diagram for the carbon molecule, that is the C2 molecule. So we are having the C2 molecule. This is the energy axis, increasing energy. To one side we are having the atomic orbital, another side also atomic orbitals, at the center molecular orbitals. Okay. The first atomic orbital is for the first atom, that is the carbon. The second atomic orbital is for the second carbon atom, and the molecular orbitals are for the C2, that is a carbon molecule. After this, we are having the first MO energy level diagram, and this MO energy level diagram is for the 2s. This is the first 2s, and this one is the second 2s. Then, as there are 2 atomic orbitals, they result in the 2 molecular orbital, lower bonding sigma 2s, upper anti-bonding sigma asterisk 2s. Then after 2s, we are having the second energy level diagram, that is for the 2p. So this is the 2p of first carbon and then 2p of the second carbon. There are 6 atomic orbitals, therefore we are having the 6 molecular orbitals. Out of the 6, the lower 3 are bonding, upper 3 are the anti-bonding. Let us see there. The first one is a pi 2py and pi 2pz. Now here this pi 2py and pi 2pz, both are the degenerate degenerate orbitals. That means they are having the same energy. Next is the sigma 2px. So these are the 3 bonding. Then we are having pi asterisk 2py and pi asterisk 2pz. Again these two are the degenerate orbitals. And finally we are having the sigma asterisk 2px. So this is the MO energy level diagram. Now let us see the filling of electrons. Now we know that this 2s of first carbon and 2s of second carbon, both is having the 2 electrons each. So this is the first electron, this is the second electron of first carbon atom. This is the first electron, second of the second carbon atom. There are 4 electrons. So out of the 4, 2 are filled in the bonding, remaining 2 are in the anti-bonding. So this is the first one, second one. First one, second one. So this is the filling in the 2s. Now in case of the 2p, we are having the 2 electrons in each carbon. So this is the first electron, this is the second electron. Now these electrons, they are filled according to the Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. Again the first electron and the second electron, right? Now there are total of 2 plus 2, 4 electrons. Now we have to put these 4 electrons in the MOs. And these 4 electrons, they are filled again by using the Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. So the first electron goes into the pi 2py and the second electron goes into the pi 2pz, both with the parallel spin. The third one with the paired in the pi 2py and the fourth one goes into the pi 2pz. Okay, so this is the filling of electrons in the MO energy level diagram. Now from this MO energy level diagram, we have to find out the first, that is the MO electronic configuration. Now in the electronic configuration, first of all we have to write the letter K. KK for the 1s atomic orbitals. Then it will be, next will be sigma 2s 2, then sigma asterisk 2s 2, then pi 2py 2 and pi 2pz 2. So this is the MO electronic configuration. So let us see that. So the MO electronic configuration of the C2 molecule is KK sigma 2s 2, sigma asterisk 2s2, pi 2py 2 and finally pi 2pz 2. So from this, stabilization energy is equal to number of electrons in BMO into minus beta plus number of electrons in ABMO into plus beta. So in case of the BMO, we are having 2 plus 2 plus 2, total 6 electrons. And in case of the ABMO, we are having only 2 electrons. So let's put these values. We are having 6 into minus beta plus 2 into plus beta. So this becomes minus 4 beta. And this minus 4 beta value is known as the stabilization energy. Now there, as we see that these diagrams are somewhat complicated. So in case of complicated diagram, instead of calculating the stabilization energy by using this formula, we just say that when there are more number of electrons in bonding than the anti-bonding, the molecule is said to be stable. So here we can say that there are more number, that means the 6 number of electrons in BMO, and a less number, that means the 2 electrons in the ABMO. That's why the carbon molecule is said to be a stable molecule. After this, bond order, which is given by the formula 1/2 into number of electrons in BMO minus number of electrons in ABMO, which is equals to 1/2 into 6 minus 2, and which is equals to 2. So it indicates that there are 2 bonds between the two carbon atoms, right? So let us see the structure of the C2 molecule. So what will be the structure of the C2 molecule? We are having the 2 carbon atoms with the 2 bonds. That means that there is a double bond between the 2 carbon atoms. So the structure of the C2 molecule is like this. We are having the 2 carbon atoms with a double bond. And finally, we can say that there are all the electrons in case of the C2 molecule are paired. From the electronic configuration, we can say that the last entering electrons, they are paired in nature. That's why this molecule is a diamagnetic in nature. Okay, so this is regarding the B2 molecule and the C2 molecule. In the next video, we have to study the next molecules with their MO energy level diagram. Thank you.